Hi everybody.
everybody.
Welcome back to the Twin Sight Podcast.
With me, Rachel Anthon, and my twin sister,
Rebecca Anthon. Today's episode of the podcast, we'll be talking about running, why we got into running, and what we've got coming up run-wise.
But first, I thought we would just talk about how our week's been. We hope you've all had a good week as well.
Yeah.
So this week, I went to a pantomime on Wednesday evening, and yeah, it was really good, really funny. It's a company that we've seen for years, but the pantomime was Snow White, and yeah, it was really good fun, and we love going each year. And also, I have lost £4 this week at Slimming World, so I'm buzzing with that. My weight loss journey is going really well. I've been doing a lot more walking. I've started to do weight workouts with weights, so I think that's been helping me to shift the weight. And I've also got back to doing Couch to 5k, so
You've been doing really well with that.
Yeah, I'm so proud of myself. And then on Thursday for tea, I made Rebecca and myself a cheese and onion pie.
That was really nice.
But what I would say, it did not replicate the M&S one, which is my aim. So, how's your week been?
Yeah, I've had a really good week. A busy week at work as a receptionist. But yeah, it's been going fine. Yesterday I went to Manchester with my dad and we went and watched Dear Evan Hansen. If you've not seen it, I encourage you all to see it. It's very, very sad, but yeah, it's very good. Like, the whole cast is just phenomenal. It's so good. And this is the second time I've seen it. The first time I went, my dad couldn't come and he was gutted, so I got us tickets and we went last night, and then afterwards we went to a place called Shakalaka in Manchester, and it's a South African restaurant. And for those that don't know, me and Rachel and our sisters, really, we're a quarter South African, aren't we?
Yeah.
So it was really nice to experience South African cuisine. And yeah, the food was so nice. We had these, I was going to say tacos, they weren't tacos, they were nachos, but they were like tortillas rather than actual, I think they were more like wraps, I think. Okay. I don't really know, but they were lovely nevertheless. And then I had a hot dog and it was so good, like the meat was so juicy, so delicious. For anyone that lives in Manchester or goes to Manchester often, it's on Oldham Street, and it's near, I want to say it's near Piccadilly Gardens / near Affleck's, I think. I'm not good at directions, so don't hold me to that. But yeah, nevertheless, we had a good time, and we'll be going again. You've not been yet.
No. So
we'll be going with you. Our birthday's in a few months' time, so we'll probably go and celebrate there. I don't know. We might. I'm not sure. But say is we have also, I wanted to recommend some TV shows that we've started watching this week. I thought we could add this to the series. Yeah.
So we've started watching Verdi on BBC. That is a police drama set in Bradford, and it's so good, isn't it?
Yeah, it's really good. Really gripping, isn't it?
Yeah. Like
crime dramas, really.
Crime dramas like Unforgotten, Line of Duty, all of them. Then you'd really like that. And we've also started watching Bear Grylls' Celebrity Bear Hunt, and it's so good. If you're into like reality television but competitiveness and what would you say? It's kind of survival.
Yeah, it's kind of like I'm a Celebrity, but then in terms of like how they do the trials and stuff, I don't think they do an eating trial. They've not done one yet.
Yeah.
We've got 2 episodes left to watch. But whoever fails a task, they have to go in what's called the bear hunt. Not the bear hunt, the bear pit. Sorry, that's the name of the show. And it's like, how do I even describe it? It's like a massive area that's all cornered off with like escape areas.
Yeah.
Like a live escape room,
Yeah.
I guess. I don't know. So they could have a tunnel. They have a tunnel. They have a 4x4. They have like a raft. They have
A climbing frame.
Yeah, was it a climbing frame?
Well, when I say climbing frame, they have to get the wood on this like tall
It's a ladder, really.
ladder. Yeah,
Yeah.
they call it the ladder. But it's filmed in Costa Rica, and it's just so good.
And they have to find tools as well.
Yeah.
And Bear Grylls chases them, and he basically sees which celebrities he can catch. So say if it's 4 celebrities, it is 4 celebrities that go in there.
Yeah.
He sees basically who he can catch in an hour. We're probably not explaining it the best, but just give it a watch.
Yeah.
Give it a watch, please. Much love to Bear Grylls.
Yeah.
But getting into the episode, we're talking about running. So do you want to start? Why did we get into running? Or why did you get into running?
So, I started off my running journey last year doing Couch to 5k because I was running in Manchester 10k with Rebecca, but we were raising money for
PDSA.
Oh, sorry, PDSA.
I did Cheshire Dogs Home the year before.
And I didn't. I was so in spirit. Oh my, that is so bad of me, my brain. Good job, like I've got my twin here with me.
Correction.
Thanks.
No, she didn't.
I was standing there waiting for her with my sunglasses, living my best life.
She was while I was
Out of breath.
like a panting dog.
So yeah, but I didn't train properly. A bit boring, but I got a chest infection, so I couldn't train as best as I wanted to. So then this year, I started doing Couch 5k again in the new year, and we're hoping to raise money for the Katie Piper Foundation.
Yes.
But the reason why I started running was, as I said in one of the previous videos, I lost my job last year, so I really wanted to, whilst I've not got a job, really wanted to focus on getting better in a fitness routine, to be more healthier, and I thought, well, running's the best way to do that for me, in my opinion, and I've really been enjoying it. So yeah, that's why I've been getting into running. I feel like with running, I see a lot of difference in my weight loss than I've done with other ways in the past when I've been trying to lose weight. So, but I've not just stuck to just running. Like I'm doing the home workouts, doing weight. So, and I've been going on longer walks when I've been taking the dogs out. So yeah, that's really what got me into running. Do you want to say?
Yeah, I got into running because I was forced to by my older sister. No, I wasn't really. She did do a training plan for me though, and I kind of just, I hated, I went to the, I tried going to the gym basically, and I hated it. It wasn't doing anything for me, and I started running and I felt really strong and things like that, and thought, okay, well, how can I do, what can be a positive thing out of running? So I thought, so my sister was like, well, why don't you do the Manchester 10k? So I was like, okay, it's a big thing, like, but I'll do it. Trained for it, did it. It was, what I will say is, with races, doing a race, running in particular, this is what I found, it is mentally challenging.
Yeah.
I wanted to give up. Every time I've done it, and I've only done it twice, I've wanted to give up. The first 1 to 3k is the worst, and that's whether you're training for it or whether you actually start in the race because you mentally just feel like you can't do it.
Yeah.
And you just want to quit, or you just want to be sick or whatever. And okay, like, a lot of people might think a 10k is not that much. It's 6 miles. Yeah, I think for my mental health, it helped me as well. But it kept me humble, and I thought that was really, really important. But I'm back at the beginning. At the minute, I'm the heaviest what I've ever been in my life. I feel a bit... I don't know. I feel rubbish admitting that because, you know, I don't want to be this big. I don't want to be this big. I hate that I've got chins. I hate that I've got rolls and I've got fat. Like, now you're looking at me, you probably can't tell because I wear baggy clothes. I don't want people to see that I've got these rolls or I've got stretch marks and whatever. And, you know, I'm not ashamed of them, but I'm ashamed of how big I've actually got, because I look at pictures from 2-3 years ago where I was so much skinnier. I'm like, wow, how much have I actually changed? It's incredible, really. But I think running, if you're not doing it every day, or you're not strict with a routine, and this is where I fail in that sense. If you're not in a strict routine, you lose motivation. I'm the advocate for that. I lose motivation so easily, it's beyond a joke. Like, but I'm human. Hopefully, I'm going to start getting back running again because I've got a purpose now. I've got something to aim for, and I'm going to really knuckle down and get stronger and stronger and stronger, because when I first started running, I felt so strong. Yeah. Like, after a while, I felt so strong, and I want to get back to that. I want to lose weight. I want to look the best I've ever looked. I want to feel the best I've ever felt. So, yeah, that's my story on why I got into running.
And I think as well, because you've now got a time frame,
yeah,
as to how long we've got to the run, you know,
yeah,
you don't want to possibly, like, not train for that.
No. So, my biggest thing is failing. Like, I don't want to let people down, and I don't want to fail. And even if, like, so I'd never not do the race, even if I was like the weakest I've ever been doing the race, I would never not do it, because I'm so passionate about not letting people down and not doing well. But also, like, when I did the run last year, I beated my personal best from the year before, and I didn't think I honestly thought, oh, I'm not fast or anything like that. My older sister and you were like, no, you've done your personal best, like, look how well you've done, sort of thing.
Yeah. But can I just say, like, tell them the funny story about last year with the run?
Oh yeah, so I ran the whole race. I ran it all, right? I did run it all, or ran the majority of it, but I ran it all. So hush. This one over here, she walked it and she beat me.
Cop out.
She beat me by a mile as well. Like, how much faster were you? Like, were you like a few minutes quicker than me?
I would say, yeah, about 10 minutes.
No, I wouldn't go that far to say you were 10 minutes quicker than me, because I only stopped for a few minutes. And the reason why I was behind you is because I was waiting in the queue to use the Portaloos. So don't be giving me that, please.
What we'll say is we are very honest on this YouTube, so, and it is very true.
Yeah.
But
I'll beat you this year, even if I have to push you in the road.
So we'll come back. We'll come back. So it's when we finish the race, we will tell you if Rebecca beat me off, I beat her. Because being twins, we're very competitive.
We are very competitive, for sure.
For example, the other night, we were trying to help one of Olivia, our younger sister.
Oh, this really annoyed me.
So she could get into I think she could get a free drink at this nightclub in Lancaster.
Yeah.
And to get this free drink, she had to everyone had to find, there was 3 celebrities, and they had to find, I think, one of the celebrities to get a drink.
Mm-hmm.
So you started way before me.
I did. I went on Google. I went on Instagram. I went on everything to try and find out one of the celebrities' names. She was on there 20 minutes and I think I was on there for an hour. And who found it? She did.
Yeah.
I was livid.
I'd been for a run. So yeah. And I typed the funniest thing though is what I typed in on Google to try and find this celebrity was
what I typed in the first place.
Yeah, and she didn't even find it.
No, I missed it. I must have missed it.
But I think when you're in the moment, you get so competitive. So I was like, I will find out who it is.
Win the race.
We thought it could have been Sue Pollard. It wasn't Sue Pollard.
It was Zendaya.
And
she was wearing Alexander McQueen.
Was that Alexander McQueen?
Yeah.
It looked nice as well.
I think it's a hit.
I've always wanted the scarf with a skull. So maybe sometime in the future, depending on how well we do with this podcast, because we are very determined
We're
to
very
do well.
positive people.
We're very positive people. So yeah, that's why we went a bit off on a tangent there, but you know.
Well, that was you, not me.
Sorry, I always do. Do you want to?
I don't know if we've mentioned, but we're going to mention it now anyway, again, is we are running for the Katie Piper Foundation. Now, for those of you that don't know who Katie Piper is, she's from, where is she from? London. She's from the UK.
I think so.
She's from the UK. I think she's from London, but in... What year did it happen?
I think it might have been 2008. But we need to look into it a bit more.
We'll look into it a bit more. But basically, when she was younger, her ex-boyfriend threw acid over her, and it's an awful story, really. He threw acid over her and left her with scarring, life-changing injuries, has left her blind. I think it's one eye. And despite all the challenges and everything she's been through, she set up the Katie Piper Foundation, so she helps people who've got scars, and the foundation has now got a rehab establishment, would you say?
Yeah.
And she's helped so many people, and we wanted to give something back. We know that what we feel with when we run for the Manchester 10K is we want to raise money for charities that don't get talked about enough, or not a lot of people raise money for.
Yeah.
Which is why, you know, the first year I did it for Cheshire Dogs Home, why last year we did it for PDSA, and this is why this year we're doing it for the Katie Piper Foundation. And amazing charity is another reason why we wanted to give back, and they're just incredible, really.
Yeah.
It's an incredible charity.
We've been following a lot of the people who have been patients at the foundation who we've started to support on Instagram, and you know, following their stories of how they got burned, and how
they're resilient, really, and how strong they are.
Yeah.
And how they are just honest about what happened. And don't get me wrong, see pictures, it's awful, but then that's their reality.
Yeah.
That's their reality. They've got to go through the rest of their lives looking different, or through so much trauma.
Yeah.
And the resilience and the strength is so inspiring.
Yeah. The amount of operations that they go through, and honestly, they're just they're admirable people, and this is why we we want to give back. We've followed Casey for years. Like, as a family, we've followed Casey for years.
Yeah.
Because she's just such an incredible role model, and she's a role model to us, and she's an inspiration. So that's why we're choosing the Casey Piper Foundation.
Yeah, and it's an honour to be able to do this for them. We are going to set up a Just Giving page on the twin site. And me. We're going to set up a Just Giving page, and we will share it on this podcast Instagram page, and we'll share it on our personal Instagram pages as well. So you can look in the bio for them, and we'll share the link for the Just Giving page. But anything you can, any support, it doesn't have to, but any support is greatly appreciated, and we like to just thank you for that.
Yeah.
And we will be documenting our running journey for sure, and we'll do our best to document race day. I did try and film it last year, but I think because I was so focused into just completing it, the last thing I thought was I'm gonna hold my phone out and start recording.
Probably will film, but I'm just being real.
Yeah. So if we can, we will. But if not,
we'll get family members to show us crossing the finish line.
Yeah, and we'll get a picture at the end with our medals.
We will.
So stay tuned for that. If you don't get a video, you'll get a picture. So, yeah. Oh, do you think we can wrap it up here?
Yeah.
End the video here. Thank you so much for watching.
Yeah, thank you everyone.
We really appreciate your love and support with the podcast so far.
And please check out the Casey Piper Foundation on Instagram. I think they're on Twitter. And follow Casey Piper as well. And if you can show any support to any of the people who have been affected by burns. Thank you.
Take care, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.